Hey, welcome to the Spiritual Corner. My name is Prism, P-Chan, or PZ, whatever you want to call me. And I'm bringing you guys a collective reading. But I'm doing it late in the night to see what energy we get. I was going to do a love reading. I did ask for us to have more focus on the collective. We're going to see if that gets picked up, but of course, if there's something that you need to know, then you need to know it. Maybe we can figure out exactly why you need to know it. So at least I can put you on the same page as spirit. So we're gonna start off with the Love Oracle cards, Isle of Tyrone, and we're gonna see where it leads us. I'm getting called to do it three at the top, three at the bottom. Three being majority, your past, possibly some present, and then the present to the future. I got someone's mask is coming off. Axe, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandoned, and seduction in reverse. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. And I didn't say what mask was. It is not showing true feelings, hard, hide, not showing true feelings. Yeah, hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslight. And this is in reverse. Hopefully this means three. Yes. Yes, cool. And then we have karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, loving feeling, not enough in reverse, frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self sabotage, fear issues, jealousy, and lastly, soulmates, soul connection, partnership agreements, and soul contract. This is in reverse. So I definitely heard that the mask is slipping, or it has fallen. Maybe in the past, the mask started to slip, which caused the breakup. There was a lack of intimacy, maybe even a lot of third party interferences, hooking up, happening, getting exposed. And then we have karmic relationship in the upright. Maybe this was a lesson for you and it having to stem around you being enough. Maybe there was possible situations of jealousy, ego, and fear getting in the way where you were the other person. I'm definitely being this as someone who has shown himself a lack of confidence, so you were able to persevere past a lot of insecurity, and it just caused a misalignment in soulmates. So this could have been a soulmate, or this could have been a journey where you found out someone actually wasn't your soulmate. You were out of them. They could be maybe a twin flame situation where you were only there for lessons. Or, like I said, with the comic relationship out there, it could have just been a false soulmate. At the bottom of the deck, we have faith in love, or Cupid's arrow, having faith in love, uh, coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting hesitation. So you could be persevering, hesitation, and just going for what you want. Or you could be having faith that love is coming down the pipeline, whether it is love from you or love another. So yeah, I really get someone who went through some sort of lesson with someone where they were seen for who they were. Um, you decided to stop a pattern of allowing this to happen. You could have even stopped generational traumas doing this as well. Generational curses that have been put on your life. This could have been a person who was very much someone that was a little bit submerged in drama, whether that be with friends, bringing in actual third party through having affairs, or just feeding into a lot of negativity in the relationship. Definitely went towards your insecurities, making you feel like you're not enough, making you maybe feel like you were self sabotaging when that was their energy. At the end of the day, they self sabotaged in this relationship if they really wanted you, or if they really wanted you around, or if they actually did care for you. But something tells me even if they did care, with the soulmates reversed, they weren't able to nurture you as they should have been. So I get this as so this is going to be some old information, possibly some things that possibly happened in the shadow. If this isn't something you're ready to hear, you're welcome to walk away from this reading. But I'm getting this as this is going to come out if you are tired of hearing that because it is tied a lot to your growth and it is the catalyst for why you are here today. A lot of readers that I watch tend to see the perspective that it is very good to understand that if they want to claim that they made you, I guess they did. In the sense that they brought to your attention something so much so that you altered your life completely or altered a connection completely to step more into who you are. And you couldn't have done it without this person. Just like you couldn't be where you are without the lessons previously, the things that you went through. Um, they make you who you are. You don't have to wear them on your sleeve as a like a piece of your personality, but you do have to understand that you wouldn't be where you are if you weren't able to implement the lessons that you learned along the way. And one of those lessons are can be people. So just keep that in mind as we go through this reading. Yeah. So this person could have made you realize that you were sacrificing pieces of yourself over and over. Um, over and over. I more so meant like more and more, but maybe you were this was a relationship where you were in and out, on and off, and you sacrificed pieces of yourself every time. Compromise, over compromise, um, people pleasing, allowing yourself to be in a lack of a better lack of a better phrase, played with. This is something that's already ended, so it's not like that's going to come back. I think you've learned your lesson on masks, on authenticity, on consistency, um, on people who, like I said, just play in your face. The Seven of Cups reverse really just gives me playing in your face, causing illusion. Look over here, look over here, don't look over here. Um, don't think about where I'm going. Don't think about what I'm doing. Think about what I need you to do over here. So and this with the Hangman reverse being a major arcana, it just gives me like I heard like sacrificing part of your life. You could have even given a dream to this third. Six of Cups. It could have been something sweet at the beginning. Maybe if you even look back, there's um, a lot of just really good times, moments where they are somewhat. It's like they're connected to parts of you that you are finding constantly. Um, they're nostalgic, but I don't think that that stopped you from releasing yourself from where you were. So we have Judgment and Five of Swords out here in reverse. Um, you definitely had to look in the mirror. You definitely had to see the situation for what it was. And what it was causing conflict, and you didn't want to deal with that anymore. It was almost like you were spiritually at war with this person. The way it's coming out, this will definitely navigate it to be a love reading, but we love everyone, you know. So this can also be a close friend if you haven't been like in a relationship for a very long time. This is definitely looking like that. And then we have Temperance. Whoa, and then we have Nine of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, this is a relationship, but for some of you, this you just simply partnership with someone else. Um, Balance was restored, healing, and this was done on your own. Nine of Pentacles. You could have made the decision. Just yeah, you made a clear plan and decision to let go of something that you were building for so long. This could have caused some jealousy or some sort of negative response in a way. Um, it could have did spell work. There could have been someone lurking in the background, the other woman that the Queen of Wands in reverse. But yeah, you made a decision to walk away, to stop giving to something that wasn't giving back to you. Let's see what this is. Hmm. Let me ignore that for now. So definitely feeling some past energy there. And then we have the breakup, the separation, stopping pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. I get multiple things here. I get someone felt abandoned, but you only just wanted to separate and break up for your own well-being. Stopping a pattern and moving forward with uh, a lighter feeling. Was this could have been weighing on you? So I saw the other woman, the Queen of Wands reversed. But at the bottom of the deck, they have the of Cups reversed and the Sun and Queen of Wands. That's so crazy because I felt like I'm gonna see this again. And I didn't think I was gonna see it this soon. I felt it being seen at the bottom of the deck, but I just really didn't. I didn't. I didn't think. That's crazy. So we have the Three of Cups reversed, the Sun, and the Queen of Wands. There's definitely a third party here. Something was seen with the Six of Wands and the Ten of Cups here, about a family dynamic. So this could have been your family dynamic along with this person. Whenever I see Ten of Cups, I really think of that as like uh, a family you built with someone. Um, the Ten of Pentacles also can mean that, but a lot of the times it means like your. I'm definitely getting that, and I'm gonna pull these out because that's crazy. And I get that this person was steadily, quietly investing in this person because the Knight of Pentacles came out twice with the Queen of Wands nearby. And I said that they could have been burdening. Uh, they could now be burdened with let me flip it to the deck. I saw Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords. They could be an air sign, or they could be someone who is just very logical. I wouldn't say cold, but they're very reserved. Um, they can also have some sort of place of authority, cop, military. Doesn't have to be though. They could just have an authoritative presence. A seduction reverse. There's definitely a bitter Betty around. Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. The Four of Cups is supposed to go before the Queen of Swords. And the World goes after in reverse. I want to see who is who because we got two archetypes out here. This could be um, like I get a feeling and then the archetype, but I just want to make sure. Who is I'm gonna start off with the Queen of Pentacles because I really do feel like the Queen of Swords is just a feeling, current feeling for them. Someone who is insecure, codependent, trying to recover. Interesting. I don't know if they're being guided or they're just trying to heal. This could also be you, like you're trying to recover some sort of investment or losses from you. The King of Wands reversed. This person tried to abuse their authority, that's how I'm getting it. But, and they tried to bind you somehow. Whether it was through, I heard mental magic, but like psychological, I heard abuse. But there's some sort of like just getting you all wrapped up in your head, stuck on one thing. Oh, so no. So this is them being stuck on an idea, wanting to cause conflict. So you don't get I get so you don't get something, but I don't think they got something, and you got a new start. Cover feel, it's scared, scared. Yeah, this is someone who is bitter, who is trying to be perceived as the Queen of Pentacles in upright. However, they aren't even pre-Empress energy, they're actually the opposite. They're pre-Empress reverse energy karmic. Um, they're a Nine of Pentacles reverse, which makes them, if anything, a Queen of Pentacles reverse. They mask themselves as someone who is secure, but they are not. And they actually aren't good with their money. They need people to do things for them. So this could be the other woman. And after breaking up with you, or you breaking up with them, there was definitely a breakup here. that involve the third party being the catalyst or the reason. Um, could even have seen that they were happier with this person, but they're gossiping and misaligned at the end of the day. Hence why I don't think there is a seduction or attraction there wholeheartedly. And they wanted this person to reject the unfinished business that they had with you because of their codependency on this person and this third party dynamic. Them coming up again as a third party interference in your life with the seduction card in the first place. They also wanted it to be hidden and for you to bank on nostalgia when it came to the relationship. I don't know. Let me see. Why does that matter to this person? Because that's weird. Because they get a house and opportunities and money. I don't know. The high priestess for a wand. They could see you as an opportunity. They could see you as intuitive. They could see you as stable. So, and with this person coming out as someone who said on material, in the material world, I can only assume they saw you as some sort of like piggy bank. I don't know. So weird. Like they could get something out of you, based off of your intuitive abilities, or you could have been some sort of mystery. There's some sort of mysterious allure about you that makes them feel like you could add and create stability somehow. They could have rushed to think this or to say that this was a a good thing to focus on. 'Cause I get clearly they are influencing the other person to do this, to kind of play with you. And this breakup was because of that. Not to say that this person that you had to break away from or they broke away from you was not to blame. It's just to say that they had not gotten involved with this person, they would have never caused a sort of judgment situation. Um, but they wanted to hide them. They didn't want to, for some reason, just be. They want to show their true feelings and just say, "Hey, I want to be with this person, but I also want to be with you." If you're not okay with that, that's fine. Um, it's so strange. A lot of unfortunately people go outside the relationship and think they don't want to hurt the other person or that they still want to be with the other person. But it's like you don't, because if you did, you'd want to work on the relationship and help fill in the gaps. And there's that argument that men specifically like to use and say that, well, we're primal and we need extra women. It's like monogamy isn't really a thing, and it's like okay, but why can't you be honest? You can use the argument of like every woman wants a monogamy if we're talking about men, and that's not true. There's a lot of women who are in poly relationships if you want to go as far as that, or who would be okay with you stepping out of the relationship if you were not. But we have a lot of men who think that I deserve to do this, therefore I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it sneakily, and that's the same thing as being open, or that like they should deserve a pass when if they had just told the other person there could have been a pass, or they would have been, well, I'm not into that, so them continue to do. But they want their cake and eat it too. There's greed. That's what causes karma. When you delve into the seven deadly sins, people don't want to talk about these things because they don't realize that they have a true effect and that you're literally being told the rules of this world. And one of them is not to fuck with somebody's heart. And to be honest, and you have all option to be, and the only reason that you feel like you can't because you have ego in front of you, fear, mainly pride, whatever it is. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the mystic manga, karmic relationship, karmic as hell, the devil. Mm. So I get this is now there. I'm gonna look. Yeah, I'm gonna pull really quick. Yep, and it's just yep. Whoa, the King of Pentacles out again, and that's definitely homegirls. I'm saying homegirl because the feminine archetype. Mate, and they didn't get something, which I'm assuming they both were expected to get the same thing, which is the Ace of Pentacles that you had, the opportunity that you had. That would have fulfilled them both. I also get and I get like nine of cups right behind it was like their wishes, not granted. Um, and this is justice. So they tried to maybe cause a attachment or a karmic relationship contract with you that was blocked, it was stopped. We have the little fortune reverse out here, Four of Wands reverse. Looks like they are stuck with them. They're stuck together, especially them coming out as the same archetype. If they're not brother and sister, and this is not household, because like I said, this can be just a friend. And this isn't a household where the sister got involved with the friendship or as a brother, because feminine energy it can be for either or. And this was the cause of a lot of anxiety, a lot of restless nights, a lot of disease, and now they're stuck, maybe living together, having to deal with each other on by themselves. And there's a lot of just issues, a lot of things being built on a very faulty foundation, probably a faulty uh, relationship connection built on just, if it's in a relationship stance, adrenaline and just screwing people over, and that rush, just that rush that you get from being excited to ever get caught or some crap. It's very, it is honestly midlife crisis. Even though like 20-year-old, these like high school little relationship, everybody goes, well, not everybody. There's a lot of people who don't cheat, but a lot of the other people who do. Um, like it gives. I'm too old to be doing is how I'm getting. I don't know if they're coming to that realization, but it's something that I feel is in the energy. I guess. Let me see. So they could have gotten some bad news. It's definitely this isn't being handled well with the Page of Cups reversed, where they're losing a Ten of Pentacles reversed. Because they're at a stalemate with a plan or decision was made to go a certain way. The Emperor reversed. This is from the Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Hierophant reverse, Eight of Pentacles reverse. So I get because I'm getting the kitchen and hissy fit, but there might have already been a lack of emotional stability, but they are completely void of understanding emotionally what is going on. When it comes to you not accepting this and you leaving and then losing a title and then putting all this work in just to be hit with a stalemate or a blockage between them and their plan. And this is the truth. Wow. There could have also been a truth that came through. This truth from the past is what even caused this and caused them to be stuck in it. Enough. You went off into a new journey with the Fool. You could have moved with the Eight of Wands and the Page of Swords. There's lessons learned here. Information was gathered, maybe to learn about how you are not. You're giving to yourself, and this giving to yourself, wow. And I also get the Page of Swords as someone watching you do this, move into a new spontaneous direction. And it wasn't really even just built off in spontaneity. It's just the fact that you had to, at the spur of the moment, choose yourself and move accordingly. They watched you do this. They watched you give yourself equal give and take. They watched you get what you wanted. They could have even watched you get something, or they're about to watch you get something, and they're lost in their head about it. Let me see what this is. What's the takes a recovery? Could be emotional recovery. So maybe you start to recover emotionally through a collaboration of some sort. So they could be watching you. Like that's why I said like it could really be a friendship because the Three of Pentacles could really just be a business connection of some sort. But it could also be just friends that are really good together. Just like they come together like a grinded rolling papers. They come together to create something. Ooh, that's deep. So you might be creating something with someone else, even if that's from a romantic sense or just a friendship sense, creating anything together, artistically, business wise, whatever. And you dodged a tower doing this. You could have dodged a bullet by working with someone else. And this has someone wrapping their head about it. Because they wanted to have someone come in and interfere, or they allowed someone to come in and interfere with what you guys had going on, and tried to put a sort of illusion that something wasn't happening and that you weren't giving yourself away. And I can only assume you were giving yourself being a martyr for someone so someone else could also give to somebody else. And this was realized. You saw that there was somebody else that they were giving to, that there was another woman, and someone was interfering in the family dynamic, the happiness that you guys created, and you didn't allow it. I feel like you didn't allow that to make you bitter. You moved on and just left. Because like over here, the next two spreads, it seems like we're focusing more on like the dynamics that were surrounding you at that time. Also your work. You're an ace of pentacle. You're an opportunity of a lifetime. I get it. As a high priestess, you're very intuitive and experienced. You're um, like I also get like a sense of like of someone that's magnetic, and you're also the Four of Wands. You're a wonderful, stable companion and union to be with whenever you're with anybody. Um, you also are just solid on your own. And yeah, they try to play with that. And it's realized because whoever they got into a relationship with, they pretty much threw away their life. And a title that would have been more important or something that was now they worked hard to get something. Now they're working hard to get something and they're not getting anything out of it. What the Eight of Pentacles represent. Um, they didn't master anything to receive the title that they wanted. They wanted to be lazy, which is why when it came up as the King of Pentacles, I immediately got King of Pentacles reversed. This is an opportunity. This is someone who has the math, as someone that has it all, but they only have it all. They have someone else around, and the person that they chose to partner with beside you didn't have anything either. They were doing the same thing that they were doing. Hence why they got caught up in someone who mirrors them and at the same time creates destruction. You were probably keeping this person up as long as you were able to. And once you left, it crashed. I don't think this was your soulmate either. Or they decided to not be a soulmates. Revert. Knight of Wands revert. Yeah, their impulsivities, their self sabotaging ways. Three of Wands got them to lose the ships that they had coming in. Ten of Wands, you decided to drop Ten of Wands reverse the bow. Actually, I get it. This is him again. Again. Take it as a resonate. Them trying to drop the burdens that they caused for themselves. But Seven of Cups, they are either confused on how to do it or they're outweighing their option. And they have a lot of them. There's something that they've awakened to. The truth. That truth is that this is a terrible collaboration. Three of Pentacles. And they're just now coming to terms with this. This isn't the last spread. They've stopped fighting this conclusion. Yeah, this is over. But we already saw it was over a long time ago. Maybe this is over for them. Maybe they're gonna end what's going on in the connection that they chose. But all I know is you chose yourself. You know you're enough. You also know what to avoid now. And if anything, yeah, this was just a very big lesson. I know it probably hurt. I don't know why, but it feels like you may have got this might have been a situation that you got over quickly, but this was definitely someone that you invested a lot of time in. But it didn't break you. You just kept moving forward. And you clearly have a lot of just a lot of things going through yourself. And if this was something that they were trying to get from you, like maybe buying a house or something like that, like you just have things to lean on, assets and opportunities. You are, like I said, an opportunity as well. They're very uh lucrative, abundant. So whatever they're going through really doesn't matter. I think maybe you're even being shown what you dodged so you can know like anybody that's like this is really gonna affect you. And if you didn't learn that while going through it, while you're healing and getting these readings, we're just gonna let you know this is what you dodged. And we also want to let the person know this is what they got, just in case they didn't know. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a fairy whisper. And we'll get you out of here. Got a few this time. Glimmer Grotto. Seek hidden wonders, explore the depths of your imagination. So definitely keep a lot of your energy and transmute it towards like this stuff, like if you're focusing on um the past, or even like when these readings come up, just remind yourself after getting the information that you need to get that okay, now I'm going to transmute all this energy and alchemize it into my imagination, my desires, into my dreams, my manifestation. Just try to keep your mind at a higher vibration. um these readings are supposed to be watched at a state where your healing is keeping you at a, it's like it helps. Okay, so you don't want to watch these readings when you're unhealed. You can. It is going to be hell if you don't know, like, because you're navigating a lot of your emotions while navigating and processing collective readings. Whereas at that, it's very hard because you have to know your story 100%, or at least 90%, to where you so you don't fall into pit. But in return, it is very therapeutic and healing. But like, it's really advised that you be at a certain state where you can either laugh at these things or understand them enough to be attached. So just make sure that you are able to do that, and if you're not, that you step away. Enchanted Garden. Tend to your soul. Let your spirit bloom in new growth. Like I just said, that's just another version of letting your spirit bloom and tending to your soul. You don't want to be bad at yourself by filling yourself with so much misinformation, or even looking at things from the past in a negative light, to where you're like, I hate this, I'm mad at this, and this sucked, and I should have never. And because we don't want to regret what we've been through, because like I said, it makes us. And if you didn't know that before, you would learn that later. And who's to say that that way that you learned later was more detrimental than the way you learned now? So we have to be grateful for just the way that we learn, and the fact that when we come out of it, we first of all are still alive, and second of all, it could have been way worse. It could have been way worse. Bottom of the deck. In Dancing Leaves, embrace change, let the winds of transformation guide you. Um, yeah, if you're still going through